What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to Battleshock Wargaming Studio. Just wanted to give you a quick little update that we are going to be taking a week off through July 4th weekend while we study the release of the new General's Handbook.
That's right. We're really excited about this new handbook, but we need a little time to recoup, relax, spend some time with our families, and really study this new handbook so we know what we're talking about when we come back.
That's right.
We have a lot of exciting projects that we're working on and some new stuff to show you guys really soon. I just finished painting the Sylvaneth. We're getting into the Gravelords next, and then we still have Tzeentch behind them. So a lot of fun and exciting content coming your way.
Yeah, we're really excited to see what the new General's Handbook has to offer. In the meantime, today's video is going to be the very first video that I edited all on my own. Thank goodness, I'm finally getting some practice. It's going to be with our buddy Joel playing Nurgle versus the Fyreslayers. So I really hope that you enjoy this video, and we're going to see you real soon for new, fresh content on July 12th. What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to Battleshock Wargaming Studio. In today's video, we're going to be playing an exciting game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. And I've got a guest in the studio, Joel. Joel, welcome.
Thank you.
Joel and I are buddies. He TOs at a local game store here in Portland. He's an awesome guy, and we went to the Seattle Open together and had a lot of fun. So I'm really excited to get him here to play a game.
I'm really stoked to be here.
Yeah, he's got a beautiful Nurgle Demons army, and I'm going to see how some Fyreslayers do against them today. But I'm taking Gotrek, so hopefully that'll help even keel a little bit. All right, if you're new to the channel, please take time to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And big shout out to baronofdice.com. I will be rolling some of his dice today. Check out the link in the description below if you're interested in what he has to offer. Now, let's go ahead, take a look at the... All right, everybody, here's the Fyreslayers army that I'm taking today. The lodge that I'm going to take is called Lofnir. It's going to add 2 wounds to my Magmadroth, and that's the only reason that I took it. I'm also going to be using Urgold runes throughout the course of the game to buff up all of my units. Let's take a look at my general. This is a Runefather on Magmadroth. He is going to have Blood of the Berserker, so he can fight twice, once per battle. He is going to have Master Rune of Unbreakable Resolve for that sweet 3-up ward once per battle, and then he's going to get an extra 3 mortal wounds when he stomps for his mount trait. Up next, we've got an Auric Flamekeeper. He is going to get buffed up when models around him die, and then he can give certain commands to other models, or other units, I should say. We've got a Rune Sun here. He is going to have a retinue of Hearthguard Berserkers. He is also going to have a +1 to the rend and the damage of his weapon with an artifact. We've got Gotrek Gurnisson. Gotrek Gurnisson hits like a truck. He fights twice. He's got a 3-up ward, and he's a great little model to bring along with the Fyreslayers army. Up next, we've got the retinue of the Rune Sun. These are Hearthguard Berserkers with Flamestrike poleaxes, mortal wounds on 6s, 4-up ward if they're wholly within 9 of a hero. Then we've got a unit of 10 Hearthguard Berserkers with broadaxes. These ones do a little bit more damage instead of mortal wounds, and they also will benefit from that ward if they're close enough to a hero. Then we've got 2 units of 10 Volkite Berserkers. These bad boys get extra attacks when they charge. They also, once per battle, can pile in and fight when they die, which can be very useful. And then I've got these beautiful Fyreslayers dice that I'm going to be using today. The rune is a 6. All right, so there you have it. There is my Fyreslayers army. Let's take a look at Joel's.
All right, here is my Maggotkin of Nurgle army. My sub-faction today is going to be the Droning Guard, which is going to give -1 to be hit to my Plague Drones on the first battle round. So I'm going to be building up disease, which is going to then turn into mortal wounds over the course of the game. Here I've got my Great Unclean One, and his artifact is going to be the Wither Stave, and his spell is going to be Favored Poxes, which is going to give +1 wounds to my Plaguebearer unit. Next, we've got Blowab Rotspawn. He's got a really great War Scroll spell where he can do a bunch of mortal wounds to 1 unit. Here is Epidemius. He's going to let me re-roll casting, dispelling, unbind, and ward saves. Next we got Sloppity Bilepiper. He's gonna buff my whole army because they're all demons. He also has the Arcane Tome with Favored Poxes. Here are my Plague Bearers. I have a reinforced unit of Plague Bearers, so a 20 block, and they're gonna be a big old tar pit. Next we've got Nurglings. These guys are gonna be coming in from reserve, popping up next to some terrain and generally causing some havoc. And here are my Plague Drones. So they've got a Death's Head shooting attack, which can be good into hordes, and they also have just a lot of attacks, so lots of ways to get mortal wounds. These are my Centaurs. They're kind of a cheap, fast unit, so they can go 21 inches and then charge, and they're just going to be kind of a screen. All right, and lastly, here's my Burning Head, which is kind of like a little bomb. I can send it out and it'll explode, doing mortals to everyone in range. And I've got some Nurgle dice from GW. Here's my entire Nurgle force. And next, let's take a look at the battle plan.
All right, everybody, here's the battle plan we're going to be playing today. It's going to be Savage Gains. Now, Savage Gains is a 4-objective game. The 2 objectives that are on the border are worth 2 apiece. The objective that is in our territory is worth 1, and the objective that is in enemy territory is worth 4. We'll also be scoring points on our battle tactics and our grand strategy. Today, my grand strategy is going to be hold the line, because everything that's not a hero is battle line. And Joel, what are you going to do for your grand strategy, buddy?
My grand strategy is prize sorcery, so I've got the Great Unclean One, Blowab, and then Sloppy Bilepiper as my wizards.
Very nice. That's going to be a hard one to deny. Let's go ahead and see who has initiative. Welcome back, everybody. So we're getting started with battle round 1. Now I had less drops than Joel did, and I am going to elect to take first turn because we're both very slow and I would like to try to take and hold some objectives early on. Now you get to roll for Wheel of Corruption.
My wheel, right? Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for the wheel. Let's see what happens.
All right, here we go.
All right, it's a 1.
It is a 1.
What does that do?
So that is all Magickin of Nurgle heroes have a ward save of 4 up.
That's a good time for that to happen because I am not getting into any heroes, so that's good. Okay, now I'm going to start with a couple things. I'm going to start with 2 command points. You're going to start with 3. Yep. I'm going to do my battle tactic, which is going to be aggressive expansion. I'm going to hold this objective and my home objective by the end of this turn to complete my battle tactic. And for my heroic action, I am going to try to get a command point with my Magmadroth. Stand by. My dice are way over here. All right, everybody, now that I've got my dice, let's go ahead and see if I get a command point. 4 up, I do. So the Runefather will have an extra command point. And then we're going to do a rune, an Nurgle rune. Hold on. Heroic action, yes. Joel, what would you like to do?
I would like to get a command point on my Great Unclean One. Nope.
Okay, now let's go ahead and do the rune. The Nurgle rune is going to be Rune of Fiery Determination. So my whole army will have a 6-up ward until my next hero phase. However, if I roll a hot 6 right now, my heroes will also have a 5-up ward. Let's see what happens. Nothing. So whole army has a 6-up ward until the next hero phase. Complete. Now, I have no priests. I have no casters. So we're going to go ahead and get into movement phase, and then we'll show you what we did.
All right, David. You're done with the movement phase. Tell me what you did.
All right, so I ran these Hearthguard Berserkers and the Rune Sun, so I can hold this objective right here. That's on the right side of the battlefield. And I stayed 21 inches away from the casting because we talked about spells, and I don't want any of that just yet. Now we've got another unit of Hearthguard Berserkers with broadaxes hanging out with the Flamekeeper, and we have 10 Volkite Berserkers just really holding the home objective, because if you lose that home objective in this battle plan, it can hurt pretty bad. Gotrek is a one-man army, so he went ahead and ran auto 10 inches, and he's just standing in the very middle of the battlefield. And then over here, we've got a Magmadroth just hanging out with the Volkite Berserkers, staying close to Gotrek so I can keep this flank strong. I also took control of this objective and this one, completing my battle tactic. So for me, there's going to be no shooting and no charges, which is pretty common for a Fyreslayers army. What I'm trying to do here is just play the point game. So we're going to get onto the hero cam. We'll let you know how many points I scored, and then we'll get into Joel's turn.
All right, Dave, we're back from your turn. How many points did you score?
I scored 1,000, so there's no way you can beat me. Just kidding. I got 7 points, and here's why. I'm holding my home objective. I'm holding the 2 objectives in the center for the time being, and I also completed my battle tactic, which was aggressive expansion. So 7 points. Now the hurt begins. We're going to get into the Nurgle's turn. So you get to generate some contagion. Correct?
Yes. I am going to generate 5 contagion, so 4 for my territory and then 1 for the tree.
Yep.
And those are my summoning points. I'm also getting another command point, and I made a roll for Epidemius. He learned 3 new diseases, which will get me rerolls to my cast, dispel, and unbind. And then, yeah, let's go into tactics and then spell casting. So I am going to do Ferocious Advance here.
And which 3 units are you going to pick?
I am going to pick the Great Unclean One, Blowab, and this little guy, the Sloppity Bile Piper.
And the Bile Piper. I like it. Okay. And then Heroic Action. What are you going to do?
Yep. Heroic Action, I will try to get a command point on my Great Unclean One.
Okay.
Which I fail.
Okay, I am going to make Gotrek Gurnisson a wizard.
Ooh.
So he can unbind
Very
1
tasty.
spell. Because there's 1 spell that I care about, and I don't want it to happen, man. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so you can go ahead and get into your casting phase.
All right. So let's start with Fleshy Abundance from the Great Unclean One. All right, so this goes off on a 7.
And I am not, that's not the spell I care about. So
Okay.
who's fleshy?
All right, so the Plague Bearers are going to be extra fleshy.
Until your next hero phase.
Yep.
Now they're 3 wounds each. That's fine. I can maybe still kill them all with Gotrek.
Yeah, maybe.
Probably not. Probably not. Okay, what's next, man?
All right, the Sloppity Bile Piper will try and turn himself into a monster.
How did I know you were going to do that when you said I'm going to run 3, right? I knew you were going to do Metamorphosis. Okay.
So that goes off on a 10.
Okay.
So he is a monster.
Yep.
I will try to cast Magnificent Bubos
Okay.
on Gotrek.
And this is coming from this
Yes,
guy, right?
Blowab.
Blowab.
Yep.
The Rot Spawn.
Yep. And sorry, it does not go off. So I will use a reroll from Epidemius. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I hate it so much. You rolled a 9? Okay.
Goes off on a 9.
Come on, Gotrek. You got 1 job. He's like, I'm not a wizard, but man, I'll try so hard. Let's get a 10, baby. Let's go. Oh, I got an 8. Okay, so Magnificent Bubos goes off on Gotrek.
This is the other one. This is just -1 to hit and wound.
Oh, well, that's not good either. Yeah. Okay, cool.
For sure. Okay, so the Great Unclean One will try to cast Mystic Shield. So the Mystic Shield will go on to the Great Unclean One. And I think that's it for my hero phase.
Excellent. Well, we're going to get into Joel's movement, and we'll be back to show you what he did. All right, Joel, we're back from your movement phase. Go ahead and tell me what you did, starting with these plague drones over here.
All right, so I moved my plague drones up, making sure to stay outside of 9 so that the Hearthguard Berserkers couldn't redeploy.
Good move.
And capping that objective. I moved this plague bearer block up, kind of trying to screen out my big heroes. I moved these Centaurs out kind of in front of your big daddy, trying to block him a little bit and capping this objective. These plague drones just kind of moved up onto that objective, and I popped some Nurglings down over here next to this little terrain feature.
Yep, just to keep me thinking about things I need to be doing.
Getting ready to be annoying.
All right, looks good. Got all your heroes behind that blob with fleshy abundance. That's a
right.
pretty good place to be.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and snap onto the hero cam because there's no shooting or charges, and we'll let you know how many points Joel scored. Welcome back, everybody. Joel just finished his turn. That's the bottom of 1. Why don't you tell me how many points you scored, bro?
I got 2 each for the center center objectives and 1 for my objective, so 5 for that, and then 3 for my battle tactics, so a total of 8.
All right, so currently the score is 7-8 with Nurgle eking out that extra point. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the roll off. Now I went first, so I'm gonna go ahead and break ties. So we'll roll these together. I really want this one, man. I really do. Okay, let's go. All right, 3s and 3s. So I break ties. I'm gonna have a little bit of a think right now. I don't know what I want to do just yet. I really am compelled to take the turn, but I've got to think. We'll see you in a second. We'll let you know who's going to go first, top of battle round 2. All right, folks, we're back for the top of battle round 2. I have to take the turn, and I am going to do the most work that I can. Gotrek is ready to run into exactly what you want him to run into.
Yep.
I can clear the Centaurs, hopefully take that objective, and maybe take care of 1 unit of plague drones if I roll well. Now, does your wheel do something at the start of the battle round?
Yes, so my wheel advances to Feckin' Vigor, which is all units are treated as being within 14 inches of a locus of fecundity, so they'll all be able to heal D3.
Okay.
On my turn.
Okay, so on your turn, you can heal D3 wounds.
Yep.
Not models. Okay, good to know. So I am going to roll my rune right now. I'm going to do the Rune of Relentless Zeal. So my whole army is going to add +2 to their movement, but if I roll a 6, they'll also be able to add 2 to their charge rolls. So let's see what I get. I rolled a 5, so +2 to movement, but not +2 to charge rolls. And then my battle tactic is going to be Conquer. I'm going to steal this objective over here. And for my heroic action, I think that I'm going to try to get a command point with my Rune Sun over here.
Sounds good.
What do I get? No, I don't get one.
I'll try to get a command point with my Grand and Clean one.
Nope. Okay, no extra command points for us. Well, I have no other hero phase shenanigans, so I'm going to get into movement and we'll show you what it did.
All right, Dave, we're done with the movement phase. Show me what you did.
All right, so I moved 6 inches to cap this objective, and you redeployed 6 inches with your plague drones. So they don't really have anything to shoot into or charge into unless I want to leave that objective, so they're probably just going to stand firm. I moved forward the Hearthguard Berserkers with broad axes, and I shuffled over with my Volkite Berserkers so they can shoot into the Centaurs. And then Gotrek stood perfectly still, getting ready to charge whichever way he chooses. The Magmadroth and the unit of Volkite Berserkers is hanging out, just getting ready to get over to that objective. And we're gonna get into a little bit of shooting. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the axes from the Volkite Berserkers in the center. All right, these Fyreslayers have 10 mighty throwing axes going into the Centaur. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. We're on 3s and 3s. Hold on a second. 4s and 4s. I want them to be 3s and 3s, but they're not.
Right.
4s and 4s. So, not bad. Okay, Centaurs have
good.
5 saves to make, my friend.
Hey.
Save 2?
Save 2.
And you've got your awesome other thing. Do they have a 5-up ward?
No, they don't.
Okay.
No. So 1 will die, and 1 will take 1 wound.
Berserkers with broad axes. They're -1 to hit, and they're gonna throw into the Plague Bearers. So this is 10 attacks. And this is 5s and 4s, bro.
Yep.
So if I punch
pretty
1
scared.
damage through on these guys, I'll be happy. Okay, so we hit with 2.
Very nice.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, that's what throwing axes do best. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to the Magmadroth. The Magmadroth is going to shoot into the Centaurs.
He's been building up his Flame Inferno.
Yeah,
right?
he built up his Inferno. I should have shot him first because now I only have 4 attacks instead of 5.
Right.
But I was afraid that if he killed models, then these guys would have been out of range. It's probably all just going to even out. But we've got 4 attacks. This is 2s and 3s. Everything hit. 2 wounds, -3, so you take 2 damage.
Okay.
Okay, and let's do throwing axes with the Volkite Berserkers that are hanging out right next to him. 10 attacks, 4s and 4s. Let's see what we get. Not good, Joel, not good. 4s, make a save.
Nope.
All right, we got ourselves another Centaur. No pluses. Let's see what we get. A 3. So he's gonna go into the Centaurs. Volkite Berserkers with the broad axes. Let's charge. Okay, they get a 6. That's just fine.
So at this point, I think I will unleash hell with the Guo.
Joel has elected to unleash hell into the Hearthguard Berserkers with the Great Unclean One. He is within 3 of them, so this is his chance.
All right, so his vomit attack has D6 attacks for 5.
Very good. And then you'll be -1 to hit, obviously.
Yep. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. And hit once. Wounding on 2s. So 1 at -3.
Okay, so that's gonna go through, and then what's the damage?
2 damage.
2 damage? Okay, so I will now have a 4-up ward because I'm wholly within 9 of the Flamekeeper. So let's see what happens. Shrug 1, take 1.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a damage. Mr. Gurnisson has a 3-inch charge, but if he rolls big, he might go somewhere else, I don't know. He rolled a 6. He's -1 to hit.
Nice.
And that's all I'm gonna do for my charges, I believe.
Oh, all right.
So now we've got monstrous actions. These guys are hunters.
Yep.
So Guo won't do anything. Are the Centaurs hunters?
They are not.
Okay, so I will stomp into them.
Okay.
Now he has a mount trait that adds 3 to the stomp value.
Okay.
So on a 2-up, okay, and then it's D3 plus 3, so 6 mortal wounds.
Okay. They are toast.
All right, we toasted 1 unit. That's probably the only unit I'm gonna get this turn. Because now we've got the pile over here. We're gonna activate with the pole axes first.
And actually, before you do that,
Yes.
Sloppity Bilepiper will say that nobody can pile in within into demons fully within 14 inches of him.
Wow, that's really good. So no pile-ins.
Yep.
Okay, all right, I like that. So I'll only have 6 guys in then, because they got a 2-inch range.
So you can still, it's per model, so you can pile in laterally if you want to, but you can't pile in closer.
Right, so I think I can get them all in then.
Yep, 'cause
2-inch
they got
range.
2-inch, yeah.
Yeah. But that's big for Gotrek, right? Because you can't pile in any closer, so if you pull everything an inch away from him,
Yep.
I might just waste an activation. Good move, good move. Okay, I am going to do a all-out attack with these bad boys because you know Gotrek might not get to do anything at this point.
Yep.
So
and they've got 1 rend.
-1 rend. Yep.
Okay, so I will defense the plague bearers as well.
21. Okay. All right, Hearthguard. Get it, get it. We're looking for 2s and 3s right here. I'm not -1 to hit, am I?
No.
Okay. Oh no, I rolled 5 1s. And I only rolled 2 2s. Okay. 3s. 1 cocked dice, let's see what happens. All right.
Nice.
So you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, -1.
Okay. With their all-out defense, they go back to 6s because we rend. So they save 2.
Okay, and those are 2 damage pop.
Okay. So we're gonna be making 18 ward saves.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Pretty good. There's a lot of 5s and 6s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I killed 1, 2, 3 plague bearers.
3 plague bearers.
Wow. Okay. Looking good.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with my plague bearers.
So we've got 6 plague bearers going into the Hearthguard Berserkers.
Yep, including the champion, so I get 1 extra attack.
Yeah.
These are gonna be hitting on 4s, no problem. And that is gonna be 2 disease.
Okay, I'm accumulating disease.
Yes. So there's your disease marker. And 3s to wound. So you're gonna take 3 saves.
Okay, 3 saves. I'm on a 5-up. I shrug 2.
Nice.
I take 1, and then I've got a 4-up ward, and I take it. So 1 guy goes down.
Hey, plague bearers, you did something.
They did. They killed the Hearthguard. Okay, and that looks like all the activations we have, correct?
Yeah, if I'm still within 3 with my Guo, I will pile in with him. His sword is going to be 4s and 3s.
Okay.
-2 for damage.
Let's pop a all-out defense.
Okay. Oh, you already are all attacked with that.
Yes, I did. Good
Yep.
call. How dare you call me out for cheating? That's the only way I can win is to cheat.
Yeah. All right, so 4s. And he's hit 2 times. And 3s. So 1 wound.
-2.
-2.
Okay, I'm on a 4-up, so this is a 6. I fail it.
All right, so 4 damage.
Okay, and then I've got my wards. I saved 2 of them. Thought I failed them all, but they have a 4-up ward. So 1 more guy dies. Now, you've killed 2 of these bad boys, and they've died within 12 of, he needs to stay.
Yep.
They've died within 12 of him, so he is going to turn up to 3 power.
Very nice.
Once he gets to 6 power, he can do a cool gimmicky thing that may or may not help me. All right, do you have any other activations to make?
I think that's it for me.
You castrated Gotrek, man. I love it.
Yep.
He doesn't even get to fight. All right.
Yep.
All right, everybody, we're back from my movement phase. I scored 7 points. I completed my battle tactic, and I have 1, 2 middle objectives for 4 more points, plus my home objective. So the score is currently 8-14. And Nurgle are gonna go ahead and do their disease for these bad boys here. And that happens at the end of the battle shock?
At the start of the battle shock.
Okay, so it could impact battle shock.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So these are gonna be on a 3-up because the Guo is within range of them, within 7 inches.
Okay.
For the Wither stave. And nothing.
Okay, so I don't
lucky.
take any extra damage, and they're brave 8, and I only lost 2, so I won't have to take a battle shock for now. Now you can see if you get Plague Bearers back with your battle shock. If you roll a 1, you'll get D6 back.
Just 1, they changed it. Oh, there we go.
But you get 1 back.
Yep.
So I went into you and did 6 damage, 9 damage, but really only 6 damage. Okay, good stuff. So you'll put a guy back, and then we can get right into your turn, buddy. All right, Joel, we're gonna get into your turn. What are you gonna do for your battle tactic, buddy?
All right, so I am going to do Monstrous Takeover on my home objective.
And it's already done. That's the best battle tactic in the world, is when it's already done at the beginning of your turn. Okay,
That's right.
You're gonna generate some more summon points, right?
Yep. I'll get 9.
9.
Yep.
So up to 14.
4, and then 1 for the tree.
Very nice. Okay, so you're at 14 summon points, and then does Epidemius?
Yep. So Epidemius is going to be rolling 11 dice. And he is going to learn 5 new diseases. So since I already learned 3, that's going to bring me to my maximum of 7.
Okay, so he knows 7 diseases, and that just helps you to re-roll different things, right?
Yep.
Can re-roll cast and bind, things like that.
Exactly.
Very good.
So I've got 6 left. I'm going to heal that wound from the Guo. For my heroic action, I will try to get a command point on my Grand Unclean one, which I don't.
I will generate 1 extra command point, so I'm up to 2 because of the start of the turn.
Yep.
And then I'm going to make Gotrek a wizard again. Let's see if he can make up for not being able to unbind last time.
So getting into spells, I will start with Fleshy Abundance again.
Okay.
Going off on a 7, and I will use one of Epidemius's rerolls to reroll it.
Oh
Going
no,
off
with
on
a
a
10.
10.
I really, really, really want to unbind that, but I just don't think that I can unbind on an 11. I think there's other things that I ought to try to unbind. So Fleshy Abundance will go off again.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's see, the next thing I will try to cast is Miasma of Pestilence from Bloab. So this is going to go off on a 6. And he has a +1 to cast, so it'll be going off on a 7.
And what does this spell do?
This is the one that is D3 mortal wounds to a unit that I pick every phase that they've taken wounds.
Okay, I will try to unbind that one. You rolled a 7, correct?
Yep.
So I need an 8 on dice. Let's go. Nope, I rolled a 6, so it goes off.
Okay, so I will put that on. So I'm going to put it on this unit of Hearthguard Berserkers right there.
Okay, the Hearthguard Berserkers are poisoned, and they take D3 mortal wounds on a 2-up. Any phase they take damage, right?
That's right.
Excellent. Okay.
All right.
I have no more unbind, so cast without having to worry about that.
All right, awesome. I'm going to cast Favored Poxes with my Sloppy Vilepiper.
Okay.
This is also going up on a 7, and I will use another reroll to reroll that. All right, so he fails it.
Thank goodness. What's next?
All right, so next will be the Burning Head from the Grand Unclean one. Goes off on a 7.
Yes, it does. Burning Head comes out.
Yep, so set that up in a second. And then the last thing will be, he's gonna cut himself. We'll give you this dice back.
For an extra cast.
Yep, and he's gonna cast Mystic Shield.
Okay.
So he will use a reroll to reroll that as well.
Oh man.
All right.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
Okay.
That's good for me, I guess. I mean, I don't know how I'm going to kill that Great Unclean one with his 20 wounds, but at least it's going to be easier to damage him, I guess.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, Burning Head's coming out.
I'm gonna do it right here, and it's gonna explode on these 2 units.
Okay.
So
let's roll for the broad axes first, since they have a ward.
all right. So 2 up,
Yep.
and they're gonna take 2 mortals.
Okay, 4 up to ignore. I ignore 1 and I take 1, so 1 is wounded.
Okay.
And then on the Volkite Berserkers.
Volkite Berserkers, and I roll a 1, so they are safe.
Okay, and then the Burning Head dispels itself as soon as it procs, correct?
Yes.
Okay, Burning Head, we'll see you next time. Best 20 points you've ever spent.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right.
Any other hero phase stuff for you?
So at the end of the hero phase, because those Hearthguard Berserkers took a wound,
Yes.
on a 2-up, they're gonna take an additional D3.
Yes.
Yep.
I hate it.
So they
Okay.
take
3? Oh no. Okay, 4 ups. See ya! I saved them all.
Oh, nice. All right. Cool. So that's it for my hero phase stuff. So I'll get into movement.
Joel, we're back from your mighty movement phase. Why don't you go ahead and tell me what you did, starting on the right side of this board here.
All right. So I kind of moved these plague drones up to get in range of with their death heads into these Hearthguard Berserkers.
Yep.
Guo is hanging out. These guys kind of just shuffled forward. Over here, I moved my plague drones up to get on this objective and come in and hopefully do some stuff to these Volkite Berserkers.
Yep, starting to put on the pressure, and
Yep.
then end of the movement phase.
Yep, I summoned these 10 Plague Bearers in.
Excellent. So how many points is 10 Plague Bearers to summon?
150. Or sorry, that's their point cost. It costs 14 Contagion.
14, and you were at 15, right?
I was at 14.
You're at 14. Okay,
Yep.
so you used them all.
Yep.
But don't worry, you'll get more.
That's true.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get set up for some shooting. Guo is going to vomit filth on the broad axes. Let's see what he gets.
All right, so this is D6 shots for 3.
Okay.
These are 3s and 2s. Can you count that?
You can just set it in the box.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. So that one hits.
All right, so 2 hits and 2 wounds.
Okay, that goes through. And what's the damage?
2 damage each.
Okay, so I've got a 4-up ward. Let's see what I get. I shrug 2 and take 2. So another broad axe dies and 1 takes a wound.
All right.
And we're gonna empower the Flame Keeper. So he's up to 4 power now. Once he gets to 6 power, he can do cool stuff. All right,
Very
what's
nice.
next for shooting?
All right, so we'll go with Blowab.
Okay,
So
Blowab is right here, and what's his target gonna be?
So he's also going to shoot into those Hearthguard Berserkers. He has a D3 shot weapon, so he gets a 1.
Okay.
This is going to be 3s and 2s.
Okay.
All right, hits.
And what's the
is
rend? Good
Minus
sir?
2.
Minus 2 goes through, so what's the damage?
All right, so D3 damage for 1.
Okay, I've got a 4-up ward, and I failed it, so you got another one. Chipping away. Okay.
All right. Next.
And 5 power. Okay.
Next, we're going to go over here. And these 3 plague drones are going to be shooting into these Volkite Berserkers.
Okay.
Because there are 10 models, they're each going to get 7 shots.
Okay.
They get a maximum of 7.
Okay, 21 shots. And what's the hit and wound characteristic on these bad boys?
So these are 3s and 3s, no rend, 1 damage. And I will be giving them all out attack. All right, here we go. Whew, that's a lot of disease. Okay.
that is a lot of disease.
So that's going to be 5 disease.
Okay. And then it was 2s to hit. Very good.
3s to wound. And we got 4, 8, 12, 14 going through.
14, no rend, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so 5s. I say 4. So that kills 5 gentlemen.
All right.
Pretty good pop. And then they've got 5 disease. Okay. Excellent. And then we have plague drones on the other side, correct?
Yep. And I'm gonna just measure one thing real quick. I'm gonna go with 1 guy into that smaller unit of Hearthguard, and then the other 2 into the larger unit.
Okay, sounds
So,
good. Let's start with the small unit.
Yep. So it looks like there are 6 guys there.
Yes.
So they're gonna get 6 attacks.
Okay.
He's gonna get 6 attacks. And that is 1 disease. These
Okay.
are 3s and 3s.
Excellent.
And 3 shots, no rent.
Okay, so we've got a 5-up, 4-up. Shrug none, and then 4s. Shrug none. So 3 damage.
All right, so this next unit of, or the other 2 plague drones are gonna go into the Hearthguard Berserkers. 14 shots going in, 3s and 3s, and that is going to be 5 disease again.
Nice. They are in it to win it. Okay, looks good.
All right, so it looks like 5 wounds.
5 wounds, it's gonna be 5s and then 4s. I shrug
Nice.
3, and then 4s. I shrug none. So 1 Hearthguard goes down. Any other shooting for you?
I think that's it for my shooting.
All right, I think it's charge o'clock.
Oh, actually, there is one more thing.
Yeah.
Because they took wounds.
Oh,
on a
that's
2-up,
right. Remember
they'll
my
take it
poor Hearthguard over here? They took wounds. So on a 2-up, they take D3.
That's right.
Okay, D3.
So they take.
Just roll a 1. It's fine.
They take 1.
Okay, 4-up. I shrug it.
All right.
All right, charge phase. Where do you want to charge?
All right, so let's start with these plague drones over here.
Plague drones are gonna charge into the Volkites.
All right, here we go. They roll an 11.
They roll an 11. They can go wherever they want. Plague drones are in. Any other charges? Plague drones are going to charge into the Hearthguard.
They get an 8.
A 9.
9.
Yeah.
I can count, I swear.
Plague drones are in. Any other charges on the board?
I think that's it. And actually, before you use an ability, I'm gonna use an ability.
Yes.
Which is no pile-ins from the Slavity Vilepyre.
And that's the start of the combat phase, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so no pile-ins if I'm already within 3.
Yes.
Okay, so I could potentially get 1, maybe 4 guys in on that unit. Okay. Yeah, so here's what I'm gonna do. No pile-ins for me. I am going to, I will do the fierce counter strike over here. All out defense into the plague drones. So we're gonna be on 3s and 3s. 6s do 2 mortal wounds and the attack sequence ends. So 2 mortal wounds and lots of misses. And then 3s. All right, so make 3 saves.
Okay. So these are 4-ups? Because you said no rend, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Very nice save. And then you've got 2 mortal wounds to try to shrug.
All right, so 5-ups.
Oh my gosh! The counter strike was for nothing.
And that replaces their attack, right?
Correct. So
Okay.
they can't fight again.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Okay, we got some plague drones fighting into the Volkite berserkers.
It's gonna be 25 attacks.
Okay.
At 3s and 3s. All right, so that is 1/6. So,
Okay, so I get 1 disease. I'm up to 6.
yep, so they're gonna be maxed out at the end of the phase.
Yep, so we'll just roll that up to 7. We know they're max.
All right.
Looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
For you, not for me. Okay, how many?
14.
I feel like 14 is the magic number for you. 2,
It
4,
is.
6, 8,
Well,
10,
it's 7.
12.
It's 7
14.
times 2, you know, so.
All right, no rend. 5s, baby. I shrugged that many. I took 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage, so my leader's alive. And the other 4 are going to pile in and fight on death.
Very nice.
Okay, Volkite berserkers are pretty bad. They've got 2 attacks each, 3s and 3s, no rend, single damage.
You just need to have some faith in them.
Oh, I have faith in them. Let's go, baby. 3s and 3s. Let's do 2 damage. That would be fantastic. 2 damage. You got 4 saves to make. No rend.
All right. 5s. Save 1 and 5s.
Oh my goodness, I got 1 damage. I like it. 1 damage is good. Let's activate with those broad axes. I got 5 gentlemen in. I can't pile in any closer to you, but they're already in range.
Yep.
So I've got 11 attacks. This is gonna be 3s and 3s. We're rolling some dice. You've got 2, 4, 6 minus 1.
Okay, and because these are -1, they're gonna break the armor.
Okay, so you've got 12 damage.
All right, so they've saved 3, and that is going to be 1, 2, 3 more plague bearers dead.
I'm getting deja vu. Okay,
Yep.
where do you want them to come from?
I'll pull them from that side where the Great Unclean One is. Yeah, I'm just gonna all attack the Great Unclean One.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so his big sword is gonna be 3s and 3s. And all right, 2 wounds at -2 rends.
Goes through.
Okay, so 4 damage each.
Okay, so we've got 8 damage on 4s. I take 3 damage.
Then he's got his Bile Blade, which is going to be 2s and 3s. And that is 2 disease.
Okay, 2 disease, they are up to 5.
And this is 3 wounds and -1 rends.
Okay, this is gonna be 6s. Shrug none, damage.
2 damage each.
Okay, so 4s.
Sorry, 3 damage each.
Okay.
3 damage each? Wait, hold on, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, 3 damage each.
Okay,
Sorry.
so 4s. So I actually saved all of those, but I still take 5 damage. So that is going to be all but the leader.
Okay.
With 1 wound. And the Rune Sun is +1 to rend and +1 to damage for his attacks. He's got 5 attacks, 3s and 3s. This is going to the Plague Drones.
Okay.
Okay, 3 misses. Good job, Rune Sun. And 3s, make 1 save, -2.
Goes through.
3 damage.
3 damage. All right, I save 1.
Still outside of an inch of Gotrek, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, 4s. And 1, no rend.
5 up, saved it.
Nice.
Saved it with my 1 broad axe. Okay. Do we have any other fight to do? Oh,
I still have to fight with those plague drones.
yeah. I also have my Carl over here.
Oh yeah.
Carl, let's see if Carl can punch a wound. Go, Carl. This is 3 attacks, 3s and 3s. Make 2 saves.
All right. Any rend?
No rend.
All right. Fails in both.
And single damage.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you saved them both. Nice job. Okay, now we can go over to the flies.
All right, so 25 attacks.
This is all going into the Flame Strike poleaxes, correct?
Yes, there's
The Rune Sun is right in the middle, yeah.
Okay.
But he's got retinue rule, so if you wound him,
right.
he passes, and then they still get their wards. So it's probably best to attack the poleaxes.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do that. So 3s and 3s. And that's gonna be 4, 5.
They are maxed out.
All right.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be, so 3, 6, 8.
8. Okay, we've got 8 saves. This is gonna be 5s and then 4s. So 1 save and then 4s, baby. Come on. Come on. All right, I take 3 damage.
Okay. First we gotta do disease.
Oh yeah, go ahead. So here, just roll some dice and kill him, and then I don't have to do Battle Shock for him.
All right,
because he's
sounds
maxed
good.
out.
Okay, so on a 4-up, so he's gonna take 3 mortals.
He died a horrible death. He's
right.
all bloated.
Oh, and we forgot that single Hearthguard Berserker.
Yeah, on a 2-up?
On a 2-up.
You got him?
He
D3?
takes 2.
2? Give me some 4s, baby. Nah, he's dead. He's dead. Okay, well, now you've made my Battle Shock really easy. I don't think I have any Battle Shock.
And then those other guys are maxed out as well, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So, and looks like they might be within 7 of the Great Unclean One?
Does it just have to be one model, right?
Just 1 model, yeah.
Yep, they're within range.
All right, so it's gonna be 3 ups. And they are going to take 4 mortal wounds.
Okay, let's do 4s.
Nice.
Take 1, but you did take down another poleaxe.
Okay. Sweet, and then I'll do my Battle Shock because it's really easy, just the Plague Bearers. On a 1, I get 1 back, nope.
Okay, thank goodness. 2, 4, 6, 7, I lost 3, Brave 8. And it's the bottom of the battle round. I've got 1 command point left, so let's go ahead and ignore that Battle Shock.
All right.
All right, well, that was a very strong turn for the Nurgle. I am learning so much tonight. So let's go ahead and snap off. We'll let you know how many points Joel scored, and we'll get into the roll-off. All right, we're back after Joel's bottom of battle round 2 turn. Tell me, Joel, how many points did you score?
So I completed my, my tactic for 2 points, and then I held my home objective, and I got the left objective for 3 points, so a total of 5 points.
Excellent. So currently the score is 13 to 14 Fyreslayers, and we're getting into a roll-off. Now, this one is big. It could go either way. So let's go ahead and do it. So I break ties, correct? Yes.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Oh no, I don't know why. All right, are you gonna take the turn?
I think I have to take the turn.
Yeah, I think you have to take the turn too. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove one of these 2 objectives. I'm gonna think on which one it's gonna be, and we'll be back for the top of Battle Round 3, Nurgle. All right, well, Joel's showing me up in my own space. I like it though. I can start drinking now because I'm not worried about winning. Okay, so what are you gonna do for your battle tactic, my friend? All right, Savage Spearhead is the call. And Heroic Action, what are you gonna do for yours?
All right, so for heroic action, I will try to get a command point on my Great Unclean One.
Okay.
Nope.
I will try to get one on, let's say, my Rune Sun. I do not.
All right, so the wheel is on the burgeoning right now. So at the start of your hero phase, roll a number of dice equal to the number of the battle round, and for every 4 up, I get a contagion point.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll 3 dice, and I'll get 2 contagion.
Okay, and that's on top of the 9 that you already got, so you're up
Yep.
to 11.
Yep.
All right, good stuff. You're gonna have a whole nother army by the end of this game.
Yeah, I know.
You can make a Nurgle army on that side of the board and this side of the board, and then you can play against yourself.
Yeah,
Because there won't be any Fyreslayers left.
that's my plan.
Right on. Okay, so it looks like we're getting into casting, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, where are you gonna start?
Yeah, so I will cast, I'll start off with Miasma of Pestilence from Bloab. So this is gonna be going off on a 6. And I will use one of my rerolls.
And it goes off.
Yeah, it goes off on an 8, because he's got +1 to cast.
I got no unbinds.
Okay, so that is going to go onto that unit of Hearthguard Berserkers if they're in range.
Is it a 14-inch range?
14-inch range.
You should be good. It looks like, oh yeah, they're in range. So they are now cursed. They are cursed to take damage in every phase where they already have taken damage.
All right.
It's a damage on damage spell.
Very nice. All right, my Sloppity Bilepiper will try to cast Favored Poxes. And that goes off on an 8.
Okay.
So he'll give that to these guys right here.
Okay, so they're -1 to hit, wound, and save.
Yep.
Right? And then the Bilepiper can't move.
Yes.
Is that how it works? Okay.
Yep, exactly.
Cool. So debuff over here. Okay.
All right, so the Great Unclean One will cast Burning Head.
Oh yeah, that goes off hard.
All right,
Okay.
so I'll set that up in a minute. He will also cast Mystic Shield.
Also goes off. Very good.
That is gonna go.
I'll give him a Mystic Shield button. I've got one.
And that is gonna go on those drones right there. And the last thing is going to be Arcane Bolt.
Okay. And that also goes off.
On a 7.
Okay.
And here's my little Arcane Bolt token.
Oh, nice. I like that.
And
Team America.
yeah. So one thing we forgot was healing.
Yes.
So I will heal this guy. The Guo will keep his 1 wound because he used it to cast his spell.
Okay.
And then the Plague Drones will heal D3 or 2.
Okay, so they're full health again. They're juiced.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna set up that Burning Head, and it is gonna go right into.
All right, so the Burning Head is finished moving, and it is going to proc some mortal wounds on the Hearthguard.
Yep. All right, so 2 up.
Okay.
And they will take 3 mortals.
Very nice. On 4s, we ignores. We ignores 2 of them, so 1 mortal.
Right. And you know what happens now, because they took a mortal.
Yep. On a
2 up.
They take some more mortals.
Yep. And they'll
3
take
more. Oh
another
no,
3.
4s. Okay, so you killed that guy.
Okay.
Blink. Okay.
And that is it for my hero phase.
All right, we're gonna get into movement. We'll show you what we did.
Cool.
All right, we're back from Joel's movement phase. Joel, tell me what you did starting with the plague drones.
All right, so plague drones did nothing. They are just staying in combat. The Guo kind of shuffled up.
Slowly moving ominously towards his target. Okay.
Yep.
Behind him.
Yeah, heroes kind of stayed in the same place. That plague bearer squad is just chilling. These plague bearers over here moved up to take this objective away from the magma draw.
Yep, it looks like you have secured that objective.
Yeah.
Now over here,
The plague drones ran to get the savage spearhead, and then those Nurglings are slowly making their way over to that home objective as well.
they're working their way over. Okay, excellent. Now you've got some shooting to do, yes?
Yep.
Okay, where do you want to
So
start?
we'll start with those plague drones going into the Hearthguard Berserkers.
Plague drones with 18 shots going into the Hearthguard Berserkers.
Yep, and I'm gonna all-out attack them.
Okay, sounds good. I have a lot of command points, so let's do a all-out defense.
All right.
So I'll have a 4-up against this damage.
All right. And 2s and 3s. And that is 2 disease.
Okay, I'll add the disease. We're up to 4.
Got 8 shots coming in.
Okay, this is 4s and 4s because I've got a 4-up save and then a 4-up ward.
Very nice.
I take 1 damage. Oh. I take 1 damage.
All right.
Good stuff.
Okay, Blowab is also going to be going into those Hearthguard Berserkers.
Okay.
So D3 shots for 3.
Oh no, we don't like that.
3s and 2s. That is 1 more disease. And 1 wound at -2 rend.
Okay, goes through and damage.
2 damage.
4s. Shrugged them.
Very nice. All right, next is going to be the Great Unclean One.
He's gonna shoot backwards again. Okay, into the Volkites.
Yep. D6 shots for 1.
Thank goodness.
3s and 2s.
Okay,
All right, rend -3.
I fail it,
Okay.
so I don't know why I'm doing this. Damage.
2 damage.
Okay, so 1 Volkite Berserker is going to pop like a balloon, boo, and die. Okay, now, are we into the charge phase?
We are.
Okay, before you do anything, I'm gonna use my Flamekeeper's ability, and he gets to issue a command to these Volkites to charge,
Okay.
and he's gonna reset to 1, and then they're gonna charge.
All right.
Death Wish with a 9.
All right, very nice.
Okay,
And
now you can charge. Where would you like to charge?
so I think that's actually it.
That was the
for
only
charge.
charge. Yeah. They're hunters, so no
okay,
monstrous
yeah.
actions. And then you just get to pick where you're going to activate first.
All right, so I will go into the Hearthguard Berserkers first. I will all-out attack them as well. Oh, you know what we forgot? On a 2-up,
Yeah.
they take D3.
Oh,
right,
that one on the floor is a 1, isn't it? 3
they take
mortals. Force.
It actually was a 1.
so I shrug 2. I take 1 damage. So you got 1.
All right.
Okay.
All right, so all-out attack. And
25 attack still, right?
did I get off my favorite boxes? Yeah, that's into those guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so 25 attacks. That is going to be 1, 2, 3 disease.
Okay, they are maxed out. 3s.
3s. A lot of 1s. 2s. All right, so
11.
4. Yep.
5s and then 4s, my friend. Let's see what we get. 5s. And 4s. 3 more damage. All
Your
done there?
activation, sir.
Okay, I can't pile in any closer with my Volkites, but I am gonna do this. I'm gonna let them fight on death once per battle.
Yep.
And then I'm just gonna fight with the 4 that are in range because I can't get any closer.
Okay.
The Carl is out, so this is going to be 3 attacks each because they charged, so we're 12 attacks. And this is gonna be 3s and 3s into the Guo.
And he's -1 to hit.
Okay, so it's
well.
gonna be 4s and 3s.
Yeah.
I didn't roll a single 3.
Nice.
Okay, 3s. Okay, Guo's got 5 saves to make.
These are 4-ups. And he takes 2. 5-ups. And on a 6, he's gonna bounce a disease back.
Okay, so they have not been diseased yet, so hand me a new disease wheel, please.
All right. There you are.
All right, 1 damage, so he suffered 2. He only has 18 wounds left. I think I can get him.
Yeah,
I think I can get him right now. I don't know
think so.
how, but. Okay, they're done fighting. It's your activation.
4 attacks from his sword. These are gonna be 4s and 3s, so he doesn't hit with any of them.
Thank goodness, those are big.
Yep. And then 3s and 3s. So 1 more disease.
Okay.
And 2 at -1. -2 with your negative to save.
And then I'm gonna get 9 more attacks because I completed a charge this turn. This is gonna be 3s and 3s. Oh no, guys. It's actually 4s and 3s because of your debuff, so that 3 misses. And 3s! Make 2 more saves. Let's see if we can put another cut on that body.
Okay. Yeah, he takes 2.
Don't you have a ward?
Or, sorry, yeah. Okay, so he takes 1.
Okay, he's suffered 3 whole wounds.
Okay.
We likey.
And then he also has his Nurgling attacks. So these are going to be 15 attacks, 5s and 5s. So that is 2 more disease.
Okay, we are up to 4 disease so far.
Alrighty. Okay, nothing there.
All right, well, the disease matters though, right? Okay, I will now fight with my Flame Strike poleaxes. They can't pile in any closer, but the great news is they're all in range. So
Nice.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9 attacks. I'm not minus, so it's just 3s and 3s. 6s do 2 mortal wounds in the attack sequence ends. Let's see a lot of 6s here. I'd like to kill 1 plague drone.
All right.
It can be done. It can be done, boys. No, I didn't roll any 6s. You'd think I'd roll at least 1, and then 3s. You've got 7 saves, no rend. And you've got Mystic Shield, so you're on 4s, right?
Yep. All right. Wow, that was a really good roll. So they only take 2, and then 5-ups. So they take 2.
Okay, so all I have left is my Rune Son with his tiny little axe. And it's 5 attacks, 3s and 3s. These are going to be -2 rend and 3 damage if they go through. 3s! The 3s! Okay, so you got 1 at -2.
So they're 4-up, 6-up. Nope.
3 damage.
3 damage. Woo. All right, he takes 1 wound.
Oh. Over here?
Since they took a damage.
All right, 2 up.
2 up.
I don't think you've rolled a 1 once with that freaking spell. Okay, keep going.
All right, 2.
4s.
Hey, nice.
At least I have a ward against that because that is a great spell.
Yeah.
Really, really good.
All right, so that's the end of the combat phase.
I'm going to go ahead and do your disease first.
Sure.
So over here, we've got 6. Gotrek's got 3.
Okay.
And everybody's wholly within 7 of the Guo, so this is on 3s.
And you added the one at the end of the combat for those
Yes,
guys?
yeah, you're taking 5 and then they went up to 6.
Okay, sweet. So 3s, so they take 4.
Okay.
And at the start of the battle shock, I will also pop my, my arcane bolts.
Okay.
So that's going to be 2 mortals.
Okay, so these 2 die, and one of them is going to fight into the Plague Bearers.
Okay.
And then this guy is going to fight into the Guo, and then this guy, unfortunately, cannot pile in and fight because of your debuff. We've got 3 attacks into the Guo first. This is 4s and 3s because of the debuff.
I think it should be 4s, right? Because
Yep.
they're -1 to wound as well.
Correct. Okay, so this is there, and then they're -1 to hit and wound just because of the spell, right?
Yeah, yeah. Favored boxes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so into the Plague Bearers, 4s and 4s. Make 1 save.
Okay, fails it. 5 up. Nope. Okay.
Okay, but they still have Fleshy Abundance, right? So, yeah.
should be
That
fine.
is a hard unit to chew through.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
All right, so Gotrek will take 2 mortals.
Okay, 3s. Takes 1.
Okay.
The Hearth Guard are maxed out, my friend.
All right, very nice. And we said that they were out of range of the Guo's Wither Stave,
Correct.
unfortunately. So these are going to be 4s. So they take, hey, it wouldn't have mattered. They take 3.
They take 3. On 4s, we ignores. I ignore 1 and take 2.
All right.
Over here, I lost 4, and their bravery 8. I'm actually going to risk it for the biscuit with them. Okay, they're
Very
fine.
nice.
And then I am going to use a command point to ignore with them.
Okay. And then all, let's see, did I lose Plague Bearers this turn? No, I did not.
No Plague Bearers lost.
All right, so I will, on a 2-up, do D3 to the Hearthguard Berserkers.
Yes, because of the curse.
Yes. For 3 mortals.
3s. I mean 4s. Oh no, I failed them all. Oh no. Okay, so I've got the leader left. Well, you put in some work. Let's see how many points you get on the hero cam in just a second. All right, we're back from top of battle round 3, and Joel has finished his turn. Joel, how many points did you score?
So I scored 5 points. So I got 2 for Savage Spearhead.
Yep.
And then I hold my home objective, and I hold this objective here. So for 3 points.
Looking pretty good. All right, we're going to get into Fyreslayers' turn. The score is currently 14 to 18 Nurgle, and I am going to choose the Rune of Awakened Steel. So this is going to add 1 to the rend of all my melee weapons, and if I roll a 6, it's going to add 2 to all the rend of my melee weapons.
Very nice.
Okay, I roll a 2, so just 1 round. And then my battle tactic is going to be Monstrous Takeover. I'm going to take this objective.
Seems good.
And for my heroic action, I am going to do a Fyreslayers one. Let's actually just try to get an extra command point. So I have 2 because it started a turn. Then I'm going to try to get another one with my Magmadroth. I don't.
I will also try to get a command point with the Great Unclean One.
Okay.
Yep.
Got it. You get it. Okay. Well, hero phase is quick and easy, and this is going to be a real fast turn, folks. So what I'm going to do is move real quick, and we'll be back in a minute to show you what I did. All right, I'm back from my movement phase, and the Fyreslayers are going to back up and reflect on what's been going on for this battle. So the Rune Sun and his retinue are right there. They have retreated. This unit of Volkites retreated from the Great Unclean One because there's no way to kill the Great Unclean One and they want to stay alive. The Flamekeeper just moved backwards, and he is Juice because a lot of models died next to him last turn. And then the Magmadroth is just standing firm, trying to get a charge, but did not move to allow a redeploy. So we're going to go ahead and get into a quick shooting phase from the Magmadroth only. All right, the Magmadroth has a shooting attack that's equal to the number of models in the unit to a maximum of 10. So we've got 10 attacks.
Very nice.
Now this typically would be 2s and 3s, but because of the Plague Bearer's
Cloud of
Flies, it's going to be 3s and 3s. I did not hold in my Inferno, so this is going to just be -1 rend single damage.
Cool.
The 2s would have been nice, but that's okay. It's all right. All right, go ahead and make yourself 3 saves. 3 5-ups, yeah. Wow.
No, well, you said it was -1 rend, right?
Yep.
So it goes right through.
Yeah, so you shrug 2 and take 1 damage.
Yeah, okay, cool.
All right, and then I've got an axe to throw at you.
All right.
This is gonna be,
5s and 4s?
I think so, yeah. Let me double check. I feel like the Runefather should be able to throw his axe better.
You would think so.
They have throwing axes, but they're not good with them. It does have a point of rend though. So 5s and 4s, oh, it didn't do anything. All right, well, we're right where we need to be. Let's go ahead and charge into these bad boys. Or maybe a 4, I don't know. Let's see what I get. I get an 11, so that's just fine. He's gonna Tokyo Drift into that unit. Now these are not hunters because this is a summoned unit, so we're going to stomp these bad boys.
Cool.
Okay, it's D3 plus 3. So 5 mortals.
5-ups.
Wow,
Right.
nice roll. So you just take 2 damage.
Yep.
Now I am going to use my once per battle ability to fight twice, but the strike last effect applies. So I'm gonna fight you, then you can fight me, and then I'll pile in 3 and fight you again.
Sounds good.
And this is just to ensure that I clear that unit out, right? I cannot be missing battle tactics because I don't have very many models left on the board. Also at the start of my combat phase, I am going to do Lord of the Lodge. Now this is a once per battle ability. At the start of my combat phase, I can pick a friendly unit on the battlefield with this ability and unleash the Wrath of Grimnir. If I do so until the end of that phase, add 1 to the attack's characteristic of melee weapons used by Fyreslayers units. So he benefits from that, so he'll have +1 to his attacks.
Very nice.
And then let's do an all-out attack. Just need to make sure that we get these guys, okay? So this is gonna be 2s and 3s with 5 attacks from his Latchkey Grand Axe. Okay. So you've got 4 at -2, so they punch through.
Yep.
And they're 3 damage apiece, so you've got 12 damage.
Okay.
Pretty good roll.
Good. So that is 1, 2, 3.5.
Okay, and now we're going to have 4 attacks with the Blazing Maw. This is going to be 3s and 2s. Deuces, baby! Those are going to be D3 damage. They punch through because they're -3 rend. So you're going to take 6 more damage.
Okay. Not so good. So 3 Plague Bearers dead.
Okay. Maybe I didn't need to Tokyo Drift and use my once per battle ability, but it felt good, you know? Does I finally get to kill something? And then we've got Claws and Horns. This is 6 attacks because he's fully juiced, 2s and 3s. Everything hits. And,
Well, there was a 1/1 in there.
and 3s, 4, -2, punches through, that's 8 more damage. I want you to leave 1 alive just so I can fight again.
Yeah.
But we got it, yeah. Oh, we got him. Okay.
Nice.
Runefather putting in work.
Yeah.
That's it. Super fast. We'll get on to the hero cam and let you know how many points I scored. I have just finished the bottom of battle round 3. I scored 5 points. I hold that objective. I also completed my battle tactic of Monsters Takeover, and I hold my home objective for a total of 5. So the score right now is 18-19 Fyreslayers, and we're gonna get into the roll-off. You went first battle round 3, so
Yep,
you're breaking ties.
ties.
Roll a 6.
Oh.
All right, you got a 5. So that's probably gonna be it. We're gonna go ahead and talk through the last 2 battle rounds, and we'll be back for the wrap up. Welcome back, everybody. I got my butt kicked against the Nurgle. Final score, 36-18. No, 36-20.
To 20, yeah.
Yeah, 36-20. So he would have maxed out points, 9, 7 more, and his grand strategy to bring him to a total of 36. I would have been able to take the objective back with my magma draw because he was just going to tow into it with a couple plague drones. So 20-36. The turn 4 roll off was huge.
Yeah.
The spread wouldn't have been so bad. I think that my doom was sealed as soon as Gotrek went into those plague bearers and I realized that he couldn't pile in. So that was a good learning experience, and it's fun to get that kind of stuff on this channel so you can see what to watch out for against some of these pretty good armies in the Age of Sigmar realm. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the wrap up. Before we do, if you are still watching, we really appreciate every single one of you. Please take time to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we're gonna talk about some MVPs and LVPs. Joel, who's your MVP for this battle?
Ooh, I've gotta say it was probably Bloab.
Yeah.
I think his spell going off on those, the one unit of Hearthguard Berserkers and then the other unit of Hearthguard Berserkers.
Yes, all that
was
chip
pretty,
damage.
yeah.
And I was rolling pretty good wards, but it's just like, that's just so many. Like you've got your contagion, you've got all kinds of tools. So that was really, really fun to play against. Who are you gonna give LVP to? Who do you think did terrible?
Ooh, LVP. I don't know. I mean, I guess the Nurglings, although they kind of they didn't go fast enough to go capture your objective until the last round. But
yeah, but they still got into my objective.
Yeah, and they did their job. They got contagion point every round after the second round. So
yeah, that was pretty good.
Or after the first round, actually.
I would say the Centaurs might be on the podium for LVP. I mean, they did something. They were like, we're screens, but then they died.
They kind of died. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I personally would get MVP to Sloppity Bile Piper.
That's true, yeah.
Knowing the no pile-in thing exists, I would have played a wildly different way, but it's nice to have surprises and to play against new armies. MVP, LVP for me. Well, I'm going to give LVP to Gotrek because he didn't get to activate once for the whole game. You did a pretty good job of mitigating that damage, and I'm going to give MVP to the Flamekeeper because the Flamekeeper allowed me to charge into the Great Unclean One and hold you off from getting my objective, so I could score a couple more points.
That was really good.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game. I really appreciate you coming out here, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to get some more games together together on this channel.
Thanks for having me.
But yep, that's everything for tonight. So we'll see you again another time in another battle report.
Awesome.